Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the SWW show. We're recording this a little later than originally expected because of the benefits of technology, mainly me losing internet. I'm here with Beatty from Lantern Studio. They have just released Luna, the Shadow Dust, a fully hand-animated point-and-click puzzle adventure. And it looks very good. Beatty, how are you doing?
Hello, AJ. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on this show.
Yeah. So, kind of take us through what Luna is. Obviously, as I said, it's a hand-animated point-and-click adventure puzzle game.
Yep. We have been developed this game since 2016. And it's out now on Steam. You can find it on Steam, on GOG.com, Humble Store, and any other PC platform. We can probably mention it, leave it on the show note or something later on.
Okay.
So basically, this game, it is a fantasy-based point-and-click adventure puzzle game. The story of this game goes like this: inside the magical world, after an unknown accident that leads to the disappearance of the moon, a young boy finds himself wake up by the bottom of an ancient tower. So later on, he realized that he must restore the balance between the light and the dark of his world. So this young boy and his mysterious companion that he found along the way, which is this cat/dog-ish looking creature. So together they enter this ancient tower. They and the player together will experience an unique adventure that requires both courage and determination.
Cool. That sounds fun. The art style kind of reminds me of a Studio Ghibli film.
Yes. I am a big fan of Studio Ghibli films.
Good. I was. At least that's something that is like, oh yeah, I know what that is, because. Oh, I had an interview with somebody, and I mentioned that it looks like something, and they had no idea what it was.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, well, go check it out. So at least you're like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, sometimes our fans mention that this game reminds them of some other games or other cartoon that we might not be aware of. So we definitely go and check that out as well. It was like, wow, that's a coincidence, or that's very interesting. And sometimes it's a good way to discover new good artworks.
Yeah, you look at anything that, something that you created is related to, and you can see, oh, they did this differently, and it works either better or it's worse, so you can learn.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I guess my big question is this going to be a game that I'm going to want to bash my head through the wall because I can't figure it out, or is it a fairly, I'm not going to say easy puzzle game, but...
Let me think. Because this game, the main game mechanism is puzzle solving. So puzzle has to play a big part of this game. So, and if we just make all the puzzle really easy, then it's kind of losing the point. So from very beginning, we've been discussing this issue that do we want to make this game for those core puzzle game fans, or we want to make our game able to appeal towards more audience. So I think after some discussion, we decided we kind of want to have both, but by doing that, we introduce a difficulty curve throughout the game. So the game's puzzles start off fairly friendly, I would say, user-friendly, easy to understand, quite simple. And we introduce a tutorial in the beginning of the game. So player they can familiar with what kind of gameplay is this. But throughout the game, kind of when you pass the middle point of the game, those puzzles are getting more and more complicated and more challenging. So for the people who really like to challenge themselves of puzzle solving, hopefully they won't be disappointed. Also, we're trying to avoid those kind of puzzle. It's just hard or trying to stuck you for no reason for the sake of challenge. We don't want to do that, because in the end of the day, we want everyone who tried our game, whether they liked puzzle game before or they haven't even played any game before, they should overall have a good experience of solving the puzzle. Like also because nowadays you have internet. If you got stuck, you can always go on YouTube channel to see some gameplay video from some other YouTuber. I do that a lot. Although like I am a huge puzzle game fan, but I can't help to be stuck on some puzzle if they are very difficult. So I go and look them up. But once I solve this bit, I will not to see the rest of the video. I will still try to solve the puzzle the first time by myself. But it's always good to know that if you're really, really stuck, there are someone there to help you. Also, we designed a kind of hint system in the game, not like that it will pop up like a hint box or tell you what to do that, not like that. But we're trying to bury all the visual hints within the game. So if player, they observe the surroundings or look at the paintings or the decoration on the wall clearly enough, they should be able to see that we have already placed some hints around you. We showed our game on different game show. I remember the player as young as 6 years old can still pass our some of the puzzle we think are quite challenging. So it is not. It is a game that we're trying to brought towards as much audience as possible. So not just designed exclusive for like puzzle lovers.
It's interesting that you say that about your hint system, where it's going to be, it's in the background. It's not going to be, it's not like the old games where it was a circle, right, that showed up around, like, hey, click this.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a box, like, hey, do this. It's going to be subtle hints.
No, not as that straightforward. We're trying to, because once you have a pop-up from within the game, it kind of breaks your gaming experience. It reminds you this is a game. We want to avoid that. We want everything to seamlessly merge into the background and without having something breaks your experience.
That sounds very cool. I will say it's good to hear that if even somebody, like you said, as young as 6, they can figure out some of the tougher puzzles, because that means, like you said, it's designed for, I'm not going to say everyone, but a larger fan base, which...
Yes, majority of the players.
Yeah. I've definitely played a few puzzle games recently that appear to be designed to be, I'm going to say streamer, not friendly, but oriented, because they're extremely difficult. Like
Yep.
they have a couple that are easy to start, and you can kind of in the back of your head see like, oh, somebody's playing this on stream, and they're like, yeah, I'm feeling great, and then all of a sudden you just hit a wall. And then I'm like, okay, this is a game where people want to watch reactions of how, somebody just bashing their head against a puzzle to finally figure it out. Whereas, Luna hopefully gets, some traction on streaming services, because not only does it look good, it plays good, and you can, as you said, people can watch it to get kind of an idea of how to do a puzzle. And it seems like, especially on Twitch, a lot of people like to watch that kind of collaborative
Yes.
Puzzle game, so you can play with an audience, and your audience may notice something that the streamer's not. And
Exactly. We've seen quite a few of streamers play our demo, and we love the communication between the streamer and his or her audience. It's quite it's always fascinating for us to see how other people first time experience those puzzles, because we've been playing our game like 1,000 times. We kind of forget what was the first time when you being present a brand new puzzle. What was it feels like? So it kind of, by watching other people react to our game, it brought us like the fresh memories of how the game actually appears in players' eye. So, and all the streamer and the players who tried our game, their reactions all different. So this is something we're really looking forward as well as developers.
it's been very good to talk to you. It's been very fun, a very fun conversation.
Thank you.
Luna is out now on Steam, GOG,
Yep.
Humble Store.
Humble Store, and the Mac App Store, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And you can go and check that out. It's out now. And
Yes.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the SWW show. It's me, AJ. I'm here with Benjamin from Turtle Blaze, makers of KUNAI, a interesting take on the Metroidvania.
You.
Because you are a tablet.
That's right.
For non-litigious reasons, it's not an iPad; it's a tablet.
Exactly. And you're in a post-apocalyptic world where some evil AI is taken over, and you wake up and you've got no idea what's going on, except that you're this badass ninja tablet, basically.
So if it's evil AI, it's probably not an Apple product, it's probably a Google product, because even though their motto used to be "Don't be evil,"
Right.
I feel like of the two, it's probably that one that will turn rogue.
You can interpret it as how you want it.
Yeah, I must say, this looks very interesting, because you're not a person.
Yeah.
Your character is a tablet, and I think honestly it will be like, it's an interesting idea because a lot of, I mean, obviously 99% of games, your character is a human or human shape. And so now your character being a tablet, it has the face, but it doesn't have necessarily with a block, the range of movement that like a human head would have. So your emotions, you can portray them in different ways.
Yeah, we can basically show whatever we want since it's a tablet, right?
Yes.
And it's kind of one of the strengths, and that we saw at like a lot of the shows we went to, that like people really love the faces. So like right from the bat when we did our first show, we knew that we had to put in more faces for like different movements and stuff like that.
It looks like it's gonna be a very fun game. I will say I'll take a stab at it, but it's definitely a genre that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of.
Like Metroidvanias, you mean?
Yeah, for whatever reason. It's one of those things that's like I didn't play one until I was probably a early teenager.
Which is how long ago?
10 years ago.
Right.
So, maybe even longer than that. Probably 12 years ago that I first played a Metroidvania. So, it's just like I had like already a preconceived idea of what I liked in games, and so it's like, okay, gotta backtrack. Like, gotta remember where I'm going. Oh, this is where this is. At the time, I just wasn't a fan of, and I've warmed to the idea.
Yeah, it's all about exploration, right? Mainly. Yeah. And I do have to say that we took a different take on it in terms of usually the game starts out pretty slow for Metroidvania because you cannot do that much awesome stuff. But in our case, it kind of strides with the idea of the games that we make in terms of we want you to feel awesome, and it doesn't really work if all you can do is like run and jump and hit your sword in the beginning. So rather quickly you'll get your kunai, which is basically the main movement mechanic of the game, which allows you to throw these kunais into walls and use them to wall climb, wall hang, wall slide, wall jump, and swing across ceilings. So right from the bat, you get a lot of mobility, which makes you feel awesome pretty quickly. And we still got a bunch of stuff to unlock later on. So, but instead of being awesome at the end of the game, you also start out pretty quickly.
That sounds good because I think I'm a very impatient gamer. So for example, The Witcher. We'll take The Witcher because it's popular again because of the Netflix show. I fell off. I played Witcher 2 for a little bit, but I fell off 3 hard because it just was so slow in the beginning.
Right.
Because I'm just an impatient gamer, and I'm like, okay, I want to do like what this thing is, and knowing that KUNAI has that basically from the start of, okay, it's not just left, right, a little jump, and one attack. You know, you feel, as you say, awesome from the beginning is nice because that's, I think for a lot of people, right, that's the feeling you want to get to. You want to feel like you can do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to feel like you are in real life, right?
Yeah.
The reason you play video games, you want to feel superpowers and do awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's a getaway. It's not
exactly.
If people wanted, although I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say if people wanted games that were like real life, then they wouldn't sell, but Red Dead Redemption 2 sold gangbusters, and that is...
Yeah, or simulator games, right?
Yeah, right? Like,
Farming simulator.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're from the neck of the woods where those games are popular.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it very popular in Europe?
Simulator games?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Germany is like the country to go to for all that stuff, so...
Oh, really? I never noticed.
Yeah, they're what, they've got like forklift they've got all the jobs, like... I'm like, man, that country just likes to work because they go home from work and they play a game that's work.
Right.
They play Truck Simulator, which that's a game that I'm into. I'm into the truck simulators, and the number of Germans is astounding.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, at least I know like first grade German, basically, like so I can kind of understand what they're talking about. Because otherwise, as I'm driving down the road, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, it's games are, like I said, it's a release you don't want, and for KUNAI to have the awesome feeling right away, I think is important because, I mean, to me the other game that I'm thinking about right now that is kind of, it's a weird way to call it a Metroidvania, but 2016's Doom, like, you had abilities that you had to reach. So I guess it's kind of a Metroidvania in that sense. But you felt awesome from the beginning.
Yeah, oh yeah, the first time you got like the gloves or the suit and then you punch something.
Yeah, they give you the suit right away and then they give you a shotgun right away and you just feel... You're like, okay.
I'm actually still playing it.
I just finished the campaign, I think in November of 19.
Yeah, it's one I just pick up like every now and then. I'm like, oh yeah, this, or I need some kind of release, or I just feel like all of the music is awesome as well. I usually listen to the soundtrack separately as well.
Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to finish that game. I just had fun playing it. So I would just like screw around with them. I was one of the few people that actually played Snap Map stuff.
Snap Maps?
That was it was like campaign, multiplayer, and then Snap Map. It was like the level maker or whatever.
Oh, right.
I would play some of that stuff.
So like Doom Maker kind of.
Yeah. Mike would actually be the one to talk about for that because he made a couple levels in Doom with that,
nice.
And I played them. But yeah, so KUNAI is out on Steam and Switch, right?
Yeah, exactly. So get it now for $16.99.
Nice.
And it's about at least an 8-hour campaign. It's kind of hard to pinpoint since people like tend to explore more and less and stuff like that. But we're pretty confident that it's going to be at least 8, and until the speedrunners find it, of course.
And suddenly it's 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm curious how low they can get. I'm like, my guess would, depending if they find certain bugs or not, it's probably going to be like 40 minutes or something.
It's cool. It's cool that you're interested in that because that's the one thing that I've always wondered. Like, for developers, is it cool to see speedrunners?
Yeah, of course. If it's your game,
yeah. I mean, is it fun to watch them just break what you made?
We literally like left some bugs in there intentionally because we were like, okay, this doesn't break the game that much, but it might be useful to speedrunners. So, and funnily enough, the QA team didn't like find it until almost at the end of the process, and we're like, yeah, no, we're leaving that in.
You're like, well, it took you guys that long to find it, so it's obviously not too impactful. All right, exactly. Ben. Well, it's been good talking to you.
Yeah,
we'll have to do like a follow up on KUNAI post.
Yeah, after you played it.
A couple months post release, yeah.
After you finished it.
Yeah. Yeah, that I'm sure that's two completely different experiences. Oh, I played it versus, hey, I finished it.
Yeah, well, I think you'll be more warm to the idea of a Metroidvania when you've played KUNAI, because it will be a kind of warm welcome into the genre again. So it's I guess it's kind of important to like really know it's a different one, because Metroidvania might scare off some people, like you said. But yeah, it's a more casual approach there.
All right. Well, as you said, people can check it out on Steam and Switch for $16.99.
Yep.
All right, so people just don't go to Starbucks for like 2 days, 3 days.
That's how much you guys spend there?
So...
I don't drink coffee, though, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and so neither do I. Like, I make it at my house, so I don't... I think the last time I was at Starbucks, it was like $5.
So you can play games, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So there. Just don't go to Starbucks for a couple days. Or find a cheap coffee maker like I did and make it yourself.
There we go.
This podcast was a product of the SWW show. You can find more at the SWWshow.com or Facebook.com/the SWW store or Twitter.com/SWW. You can find out more about Mike at Mikey_Maroney on Twitter and more about AJ at Losivor on Twitter. Remember, new episodes come out twice a month, one focusing on the new entertainment news and one focusing on movie club, so new and an old movie. You can find out more again at the SWWshow.com, and you can find the show on podcast services around the globe.